Arkansas man charged with capital murder after killing parents in front of daughters. Imagine being on a family hike, enjoying the beautiful scenery and quality time with your loved ones, when suddenly your life is turned upside down by a horrific act of violence. This is exactly what happened to the Brink family at Devil's Den State Park in Arkansas, where a senseless double homicide took place, leaving two young daughters without their parents. But here's where it gets even more shocking. The alleged perpetrator, James Andrew McGann, was a 28-year-old man who was working as a teacher at a local school and had recently moved to the area. As the investigation unfolds, many are left wondering how someone with a background in education could be capable of such a heinous crime. And this is the part most people miss: the fact that McGann had passed all the required background checks before being hired as a teacher, raising questions about the effectiveness of these checks in preventing violent individuals from working with children. The Arkansas Department of Public Safety announced the arrest of McGann on Wednesday in connection with the killing of Clinton Brink, 43, and Cristen Brink, 41, who were found dead on a walking trail in the state park. The couple's daughters, age 7 and 9, are now in the care of family members, and the community is coming together to support them during this difficult time. McGann is being charged with 2 counts of capital murder, and as the case progresses, it's likely that more details will emerge about the events leading up to the tragedy. But for now, one thing is certain: the people of Arkansas are outraged and demand justice for the Brink family. As Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders so eloquently put it, no news can heal the enormous harm done to the Brink family in last weekend's crime. But this announcement is a comfort and reassurance for our state. The governor also praised the efforts of the law enforcement agencies involved in the investigation, saying, "I am so proud of the Arkansas State Police, park rangers, local law enforcement, and others who have worked non-stop since last weekend to capture this suspect." But here's the question on everyone's mind: how could this have happened? How could a man with a background in education, who had passed all the required background checks, be capable of such a horrific act of violence? And what can be done to prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future? These are the questions that need to be answered, and it's up to us to demand justice and ensure that those responsible are held accountable. So we ask you, what do you think can be done to prevent violent individuals from working with children? Do you think the current background check system is effective, or are there changes that need to be made? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and let's work together to create a safer and more just society for all. Teacher arrested for murdering couple while hiking in Arkansas. In a shocking turn of events, a teacher has been apprehended in connection with the tragic murders of a couple who were hiking with their daughters in Arkansas. This incident, which unfolded on a serene hiking trail, has left the community in disbelief and mourning. James Andrew McGann, a 28-year-old resident of Springdale, was taken into custody at approximately 4:57 p.m. on Wednesday at a local business. He faces 2 counts of capital murder, as confirmed by the Arkansas State Police in an official statement. The victims, Clinton David Brink, aged 43, and Cristen Amanda Brink, aged 41, were brutally attacked on Saturday afternoon while enjoying a family hike at Devil's Den State Park, right in front of their young daughters. This horrifying act has raised numerous questions about safety in public spaces. McGann's arrest came after a prolonged manhunt, culminating in his capture at a barber shop. Colin Mike Hagar, the director of the state police, expressed gratitude towards the law enforcement teams and federal agencies involved in the search, stating, "Thanks to their relentless efforts and investigative expertise, we have removed a dangerous individual from our streets, providing some measure of relief to the 2 young girls and our community." As of now, authorities have not disclosed any information regarding a possible motive behind this heinous crime or the circumstances surrounding the killings. "We are still investigating to determine the exact motive," stated Arkansas State Police Major Stacy Rhodes during a press briefing. McGann had recently relocated to Arkansas from Oklahoma and was in the process of securing a teaching position at a local school. Although he was hired as a teacher candidate for the upcoming school year at Springdale Public Schools, he had not yet started his official duties. District Superintendent Jared Cleveland clarified that McGann had not interacted with any students or their families during his brief time with the district. Prior to his move, McGann worked at Sand Springs Public Schools in Oklahoma from the summer of 2024 until May 2025, resigning to relocate. He had successfully passed the necessary background checks for both his previous employment and for the Oklahoma State Department of Education. The Sand Springs Public Schools expressed their condolences, stating, "Our hearts go out to the family and friends who are grappling with this devastating loss." Additionally, McGann had also served as a fifth-grade teacher at Spring Creek Elementary in Broken Arrow Public Schools during the 2023-2024 school year, leaving voluntarily to pursue opportunities out of state. The couple's daughters, aged 7 and 9, fortunately escaped unharmed and are currently safe with relatives. Clinton Brink's sister, Katrina Hutchins, mentioned that the family had only moved to Arkansas about 3 weeks prior to this tragic event. State police were alerted to the incident at Devil's Den shortly before 3 p.m. on Saturday. In their efforts to gather information, officials released a sketch of a suspect and appealed to the public for assistance, noting that witnesses had seen a black four-door sedan with tape partially obscuring its license plate. The family of the victims expressed their grief, stating, "Clinton and Cristen died as heroes, protecting their daughters, and they deserve justice. Their memory will forever remain in our hearts." Major Rhodes indicated that the police are withholding certain details regarding the circumstances leading to McGann's arrest, emphasizing the importance of building a strong case for a conviction. "We still have significant work ahead of us to ensure justice is served," she remarked. It remains unclear whether McGann has legal representation at this time, and no contact information for his relatives was available in public records. Devil's Den State Park is located approximately 26 miles south of Springdale, a city with a population of around 84,000 in northwestern Arkansas. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders expressed her sorrow over the incident, stating that Northwest Arkansas is a community that is absolutely heartbroken. She urged residents to keep the victim's family in their thoughts and prayers during this difficult time.